Let us recite 가정 맹세.
가정 맹세 1. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents to parents. Good morning, leaders, brothers and sisters. I am Jessim Kalamba. I'm the MC for today. And for the opening prayer, may I call our brother Freddy Ayunting.
Freddy, you are muted.
Okay, brothers and sisters, please join me in my prayer. Good morning, God, in our victors, serpents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. Thank you so much for giving us this day, for allowing us to attend to you through this morning's National Hondoke. We are so grateful for the wonderful and guidance we just received. We are so blessed to have your words fed and guided in our life, spiritual life of faith. With so many distractions and temptations in the outside world, we are grateful to be guided in the right path. I would like to sincerely pray for our beloved true mother, who continues to be the beacon of hope, standing as the only true mother and the only begotten daughter of God. I pray for our Chunbu families, blessed families, elders, and brothers and sisters who are continuing to take ownership and striving to become loyal and filial sons and daughters and our beloved heavenly parents and true parents. I pray for all affiliated and connecting organizations under the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, are known as Heavenly Parents Holy Community, for all the programs and activities that have been done so far to contribute to Providence. I pray for all members, my brothers and sisters who are finding themselves loose in our life of faith. I pray that we could all walk together in finding themselves or ourselves under true parents' blessings. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents and true parents, for continuing to trust us and hope in us that we will build a heavenly world. We are we love you so much, Heavenly Parents and true parents. We hope to prove it to you, not just by words, but through love in action. I would like to humbly and gratefully offer to you this prayer on behalf of all Chunbu families, blessed families, elders, leaders, brothers and sisters, and all joining this morning's Hondoke in our loving heavenly parents and true parents' name I pray. Amen. Aju.
Jew. So thank you so much, our brother Fadi. And now let us offer our individual prayer. Aju, Aju, Aju. Okay, brothers and sisters, let us offer our morning greetings to our heavenly parents and true parents and to all our brothers and sisters. Good morning, heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning once again, everyone. Good morning to our national leader, to our brothers and sisters. Good morning po. And now for our Hunduke reading, may I call our one of our member in HJYLT, our second generation, our sister Nao Silong.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Good morning, ancestors, spiritual education. Good morning, leaders, elders, brothers, and sisters. Our reading for today is from the Mother of Peace memoir by Hakjahan Moon. Chapter 10, The Challenge of Realizing a Heavenly World, continuation. Since the 1960s, I have visited Japan whenever possible to meet members, share personal stories, and encourage missionaries. I have spoken publicly at hundreds of gatherings in various cities, including Tokyo, Nagoya, and Hokkaido, sharing God's Word. Nagano, which once hosted the Winter Olympics, is a Japanese city that has touched me in a special way. The Nagano Unification Church initially consisted of a small church with a few dozen members. Through my constant encouragement, the church grew steadily. Next to the beautiful cozy church building is a small training center that they named Hwarang. The local members gave this name in honor of the noble spirit that guided elite young leaders of Korea's Silla dynasty. Moved by the members' dedication, I visited the church, encouraged by the members, and asked them to bring God's will to fruition there. I also planted an apple tree in the backyard, and when I visited the church again a few years later, the tree had grown magnificently and was bearing delicious apples. Just like the apple tree, the words I have sown in Japan have multiplied and are now bearing many beautiful fruits. I bless Japan to now arise as heavenly Japan, a Japan in which society and culture are reborn. Tens of thousands of Japanese men and women have found new life in the blossom of God through true parents. Every year, many of them cross the Korea Strait to visit the homeland of their faith. This convergence of members makes our HJ Chonwon campus a bridge of harmony between two former enemy nations. My heart is especially with Japan during natural disasters and other difficult times. During the great earthquake of Tohoku, the Kumamoto earthquakes and floods in Okayama Prefecture, countless lives were lost and damage was overwhelming. When such calamities occur, I offer my condolences and wholehearted support. In the context of God's global providence, true parents bless Japan as the mother nation. A mother gives everything to her children unconditionally. Just as a mother goes without sleep to take care of her children, Japan is walking the path of sacrifice with the heart of a mother for the sake of the world. Love and service in South America. We are probably worse off than Africa, lamented many of the locals in South America to whom I talked. Even though we have many resources and so-called democratic institutions, our lives are very poor. The continent of South America, like Africa, has a history of grief, exploitation, and poverty. It was occupied for over 300 years by powerful European countries that subjugated its people and appropriated its gold, silver, and other resources. Moreover, the Europeans introduced foreign diseases that decimated native population that had no immunity to those germs. In the early 19th century, South American countries fought for and finally attained their interdependence, and many sought to establish democracies. But too often, government became riddled with corruption, and later communist and fascist movements arose and used people's resentments to prop up harsh dictatorships. All of this meant that untold millions of people suffered and died through human cruelty. The first thing I did whenever I got off an airplane in South America was offer a prayer to liberate and comfort the anguish of those people in the spirit world. Despite their miserable hardships, I have seen that the South American people lead decent and honest lives, working hard for even a little improvement. They also have a very strong faith in God. Much of the continent is rich with potential, as natural resources are abundant and the weather is temperate. Moreover, South America is a gift from God that is possesses large areas of unspoiled nature. Anyone who goes to South America will feel a deep affinity for the vast land, abundant natural beauty, and the kind of pleasant people. In South America, my husband and I offered continual prayer and devotions, which we call Jongsong. My husband's visit to five Latin American nations in 1965 were the first footsteps of the Unification Church on that continent. In the decades that followed, our missionaries established foundations throughout Central and South America, building churches, witnessing and increasing our membership, working for healthy marriages and families, and connecting this nation to global efforts for peace and reconciliation. Most South Americans are Catholic, while Protestantism is growing there as well. As with other people of the world, Latin Americans are open to exploring new pathways of relating to God, and we spread the divine principle teachings with all our heart. The most influential projects we invested in there was the educational project we named COSA. Father Moon and I created COSA in 1980s because Marxist revolutionaries in Central and South America were gaining influence. For a time, it seemed the entire continent might become communist. We knew that if Mexico became communist, the United States would have to withdraw its troops from around the world to protect its southern borders. This withdrawal of US troops would have allowed communism evil influence to spread in many countries, including South Korea and Japan. The council lectures provided a clear critique and counter proposal to communism to thousands of leaders and young people in Latin America and elsewhere in the world. Through this educational series, many former and current national leaders rejected communism's ideology and deceitful calls for revolution. My husband and I conducted a true parent and completed testament age speaking tour of 6 Latin American nations in 1993, and the true family and I speaking tour of 17 Latin American nations in 1995. During those tours, we met the presidents of 8 nations. Each one of them thanked my husband and me for halting the advance of communism in their country. On that foundation, we created economic projects to connect Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, and Argentina with the aim of bringing South America together as one family of nations. Ju.
Jude. So thank you so much, our sister Nao, for that wonderful reading. So once again, let's give hand to our heavenly parents and true parents. And let's move on, brothers and sisters. In everyday life, I know how difficult this time, brothers and sisters, that we're facing this COVID-19 pandemic. We have a lot of problems, but we have a lot of things to be grateful for. So to give us the 10 points of gratitude, please welcome one of our second generation, our member of HJYLT, our sister Naomi Derecho. Please give her a virtual.
Yes, good morning, heavenly parents and dear parents. Good morning, Dr. and Mrs. Kittle. Good morning, Reverend Leo. Hello, good morning, all leaders, elders, brothers and sisters. Good morning. So now I'll be giving my 10 points of gratitude. First and foremost, I am so really grateful and thankful to heavenly parents and true parents for extending my life today and for pouring a lot of blessing to me despite I'm not really worthy, but still I could really feel their love and a lot of blessing. And next, I am so really grateful to true parents for working tirelessly, especially to our true father in the spirit world and true mother in the physical world. And third, I'm grateful to my family for their love, for their support, despite now we are in the distance, but still I could really feel their love and also their support for me. And next, I am so really grateful to all the leaders for their hard work and sacrifices, especially for our ending love and also guidance and inspiration day by day. And number 5, I am grateful to my YLT family for the training that I have here in YLT. I could really feel how much our true mother and our true parents really looking forward for all second generation and first generation to really support our beloved true mother. And also number 6, I am so really grateful that I could experience frontline mission where I could really feel the heart of heavenly parents, how our heavenly parents is longing so much for their children. And now I'm so really grateful that I could experience frontline mission. And number 7, I am grateful for this morning devotion where I could receive again wonderful words from heaven, and also an inspiration to lift my spirit to once again move forward no matter what. And next, I am so really grateful to all the creation, uh, for I could really see the love and also the inspiration through the creation made by our heavenly parents and true parents. And number 9, I am grateful to myself for enduring and overcoming those difficulties in life. I know it's really difficult, but uh, still march forward and really have a grateful heart. And lastly, number 10, I am so really grateful today, March 1, the first day of the month. And also, I'm so really grateful that I could have this opportunity to give my 10 points of gratitude. So maybe that's all. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, our Sister Naomi Derecho. Please give her a virtual applause. Thank you so much po. And let's proceed to the offering song. Please welcome brothers and sisters to showcase their talents. Let's welcome the HJYLT members. Please give them a virtual round of applause.
Every tribe will see your glory. Every nation bow before you. All our treasure turn to ashes in the light of you. As we're singing, holy is the Lord Almighty. Only you are worthy, worthy of it all. Every tribe will see your glory. Every nation bow before you. All our treasure turn to ashes in the light of you. As we're singing, holy is the Lord Almighty. Only you are worthy, worthy of it all. Praise and glory, honor and strength unto our God, matchless, endless, love unrestrained. This is our God. Every tribe sing praises, glory, honor and strength unto our God, matchless, endless, love unrestrained. This is our God. Every tribe sing, ayo, 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 ah. Ayo, 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 ah. Ayo, 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 ah. Ayo, 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 ah. There is no one like our God. 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 Wala kang katulad, O Diyos. Wala kang katulad, O Diyos. No hay nadie como nuestro Dios. No hay nadie como nuestro Dios. There is no one like our God. 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 Praises, glory, honor and strength unto our God, unto our God, matchless, endless, love unrestrained. This is our God. Every tribe sing praises, glory, honor, and strength unto our God. Unto our God, matchless, endless, love unrestrained. This is our God. Every tribe sing, hey yo, 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 hey yo,
Wow, amazing talents to our young from our young people. So thank you so much, and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. So now, to give us an internal guidance this morning, let's prepare also our hearts and minds to receive the words of our heavenly parents and true parents. Let's welcome our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog. Please give him a virtual round of applause.
Thank you very much, our Jesse. I would like to first offer my greetings to our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning, our heavenly parents and true parents. To all our leaders who are joining us again this morning, all our Chondo families, Blessed Health families, and beloved brothers and sisters, good morning to all of you. Welcome once again to our morning devotion. Today is first day of March. Wow, really, days are passing so fast, actually. So we are now in the third month of this year 2022. I would like to express my gratitude to our beloved YLT family for hosting today's morning devotions, and thank you for that wonderful offering song this morning. And also, I would like to appreciate our sister Naomi for her 10 points of gratitude. YLT are really doing their best, also working very hard despite this pandemic. Thank you for your hard work. Today, I would like to share with you we're going to share with you still from True Mother Hakyahan Moon and Anthology 1, Global Unity Through Two Parents. So now in part 6, a model for the ideal world centering Hyojong Chonwon. Chapter 3, Training Center, Chongpyong is the original homeland. So I will share with you this topic, training period to mature our heart and spirituality. Let's begin. True Mother said, the providence of searching for God's only begotten daughter. The 2,000-year Christian history was the providence of searching for God's only begotten daughter. The only begotten daughter of God needed to be born as God's daughter, separate from the satanic world. I was born based on this standard. So many people doesn't know that this 2,000-year Christian history. Actually, this is the providence of searching for God's only begotten daughter. So because Jesus couldn't complete, only that time only was focused with the birth of Jesus Christ. So people thought that's everything, and then centering on Jesus. So that's how Christian understood this. But Mother is explaining to us that actually this 2,000-year Christian history is the providence centering on the search for only begotten daughter. So this is really, this 2000 years is truly the time for the only begotten daughter to be born. So that's why, based on really God's providence, true mother could be born during this time. So in this 2000 years, this is the preparation, the search. So finally, true mother could be born on earth. So how really lucky and fortunate we are. So mother needs to be born, right? So without true mother, the providence can never be completed. So really, true mother is the one, to come to complete, the providence. Without her, the providence cannot be completed. Mother Demonim lived her whole life caring after God's only begotten daughter. So Demonim lived her whole life like a nanny, caring after God's only begotten daughter. Heavenly Parent knows this. Demonim began the providence for blessed children as they could not understand the providential history on earth. Even after it was revealed from the spiritual world, Demonim fulfilled her responsibility to attend Father as the returning Messiah and the King of Kings, and is now even busier in the spiritual world. Now that is growing on the basis of having become an established order, individuals can experience Demonim's works by themselves as long as they offer devotions with parents here. So, Mother is emphasizing we learn from True Mother's autobiography. Really how, Mother Demonim really took care of True Mother, and then especially the preparation even from very beginning. So really, Demonim have sacrificed, her life, took care very well of our beloved True Mother. And then also prior to that, she really fulfilled her responsibility to attend Father as the returning Messiah and the King of Kings, and is now even busier in the spiritual world. So when Mother Demonim met through Father, I think in 1955, and then that time actually, she even left Mother and first in the beginning, right, and then focus in the church for some period of time, really to attend through Father, because she was waiting for a long time. So because she knows, and then really she did her best to take care of our beloved True Mother, and thinking that she's like a nanny, caring of True Mother as the only begotten daughter of our Heavenly Parent. So really through the sacrifices of Demonim, Mother is telling us so individuals can experience Demonim's works by themselves as long as they offer devotions with parents here, especially during the time without pandemic. How many people are going to Chongpyong? That because that is really the place now is Yojong Chonbo, training center. That's now the new name. So before pandemic, people really are coming, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people every year are going to Chongpyong. So this is where, that is the place where people can experience the work of Damonim that she has started, centering on true parents. And as people offer devotions, they can experience these works, especially in Hyojong Chonbo Training Center in Chongpyong. True Mother said that you must live each day for the future with a heart of gratitude. No one can carry out Mother's works. No one but I can do so. If you go forward, one in heart, one in body, one in harmony, and one in thought with me, you can be victorious. You are blessed people. There are 7 billion people in the world, and you can be thankful that from among them, you were able to meet me. Blessed families can be born through me. You must live each day for the future with a heart of gratitude. So, since we are living together with our beloved True Mother, really how fortunate people we are. And then these works that is being done, only True Mother can do all these things. No one but I, Mother said, can do so. And then if all of us, Mother said, go forward, one in heart, one in body, and one in harmony, and one in thought with True Mother, then we can be victorious. So as we are living this age and this time with the only begotten daughter, the way for us to become victorious, to become successful, is to become one completely with our beloved true mother, the only begotten daughter. This is really, there's no other things, even how much we work hard, how much we strive, sacrifice, but if not, in centering on true mother, we can never be victorious. So true mother as the only begotten daughter, who is the center of the providence on earth, right? The only way, so whatever challenges and difficulties we are experiencing in the individual level, in the family level, in the tribal level, if we are one in heart, in mind, in body, in thought with true mother, then no wonder, no doubt, we can be victorious. Aju, so this is really the key. So they said that blessed families can be born through me. You must live each day for the future with a heart of gratitude. So that's why really, every day we are sharing, our times of gratitude. How really important, to really live each day with a heart filled with gratitude. Kahit na gaano ka-challenging ang situation natin this time, but if we live every day with a heart of gratitude, then we can really surpass any situation. And then living our life in unity with True Mother, then for sure we can all be victorious. Aju? True Mother said, if you do so, the level of your heart and spirituality will develop. True parents have fulfilled their responsibilities because they were able to forge all the paths on which humankind can move forward. You are blessed people. Be grateful in front of heaven. When you were not yet aware, unspeakable pain arose in providential history. However, thanks to true parents' hard work, the door has opened for the world. You need to understand that the place where one can experience the grace and blessings of both the spirit world and the substantial world is here. When your heart is sad and you miss true parents, you must come here often. If you do so, the level of your heart and spirituality will develop. Yeah, that's why, especially, until before the pandemic, we all come to Chongpyeong, many people, especially Japanese members. I don't know how many times they come to Chongpyeong, maybe 4 times a week, 4 times a year, or at least 2 times a year they go to Chongpyeong, especially during the time of the special great works. They always go to Chongpyeong. So mother is telling us, when your heart is sad and you miss two parents, you must come here. So we need to come more often to Chongpyeong. And then if you do so, mother said, the level of your heart and spirituality will develop. So, we need to understand, mother said, that the place where one can experience the grace and blessing of both the spirit world and the substantial world is here. Chongpyeong, True Mother is talking about Chongpyeong to come more often. That's the place where we can experience, the grace and blessing of both the physical world and spiritual world. And then that's also the place where we can develop our heart and our spirituality. Aju, truly amazing this place that True Mother, True Parents have built. But what is the great thing, because of this pandemic? Now especially the center of Chongpyeong, the Chonchimwon, now being multiplied to all nations, all corners of the world. So we have received already. We are now waiting for the bequeathal and then for the settlement ceremony. That's why, 2 days ago during the lecture, the parental guidance, it was truly, that lecture was truly amazing. It was very inspiring. And then it's very practical. So now, nowadays we cannot go to Chongpyeong. But when we come to think of it, and then knowing that, Chonchimon will be multiplied now, we were going to have in our nation, in the Philippines, we're going to have in 41 centers in the Philippines. So meaning we will going to have Chonchimon, the place of prayer, right? Like in Chongpyeong, we will going to have 41 places in the Philippines like that. So, now we can connect directly to Chongpyeong. And then the lecturer last time reminded us, what are we doing when we are in Chongpyeong? We live in prayer all the time. We are offering conditions. We do service. So actually, we can also do these things even in our own houses, in our own homes. So if we try to live a life of devotion, doing all these things that we are doing in Chongpyeong, like when you are attending 40 days workshop, your schedule, you're very busy. Actually, we can, even though we are not in Chongpyeong during this time, we can do these things. And then also we can develop our heart, we can develop our spirituality. And then especially this time, we're going to have the Chonshimwon. You will going to have now our prayer room, like in Chongpyeong. So really, how much, true parents have expanded the grace and the blessing to all humanity, to all brothers and sisters to receive. So not just anymore in Chongpyeong now because of this pandemic. Of course, a lot of challenges, but also this opens a great opportunity for everyone. Maybe many brothers and sisters still couldn't go to Chongpyeong even until this time, even once in their life, right? Even maybe some of our elders, because of a lot of difficulties and challenges, they might even, never experience even going to Chongpyeong even once. But now, True Mother has opened. Cannot imagine actually this grace, this blessing. Now, Chonshimwon will be in all nations in the Philippines, 41 centers. So wherever you go, then where is the nearest? You can go there. And then as we practice, living such a life, the practice when you are attending seminar, if you live such a life, and then you pray in your Chonshimwon, in your respective place after we settle, tremendous grace and blessing we can receive. And then we can develop our heart, we can develop our spirituality. This is the truth, the amazing grace and blessing that True Parents is giving to all of us. Aju, even our members now from tribes, they can go. Even, like impossible for them to go to Chongpyeong. Mga nasa HTM po natin now, they have the opportunity going to our Chonshimwon sa mga prayer rooms natin after we settle. Aju, truly amazing. So we can develop our heart more on our spirituality. This is truly a great blessing that we have received. And then really great opportunity despite this COVID. So this opens the way for Chonshimwon to be multiplied and received in all corners of the world. Aju, this is truly amazing grace from heaven. True Mother said, this is possible through Demonim's providential works centered on True Parents. For instance, if a student pays close attention to his or her teachers in elementary school, middle school, and high school, and even in college, and grows up normally, he or she will eventually be somebody great with all types of knowledge. This place can help shape you into that type of person by supplying you with the essential spiritual and physical nutrients. A foundation was laid and grounds were prepared to enable this to happen. This is possible through Demonim's providential works centered on True Parents. Really, we are grateful, to Demonim. Demonim, passed on to the spiritual world in 1989. And then, because of her, absolute faith, love, and loyalty, to True Parents, and really her heart to support True Parents. And then True Parents, have given her the mission. And then in 1995, she started, the work in Chongpyeong with also Hung Jin Lim, right? So based on these foundations, all these works became possible, right? We started to liberate our ancestors, right? Truly amazing things had happened. And then all these foundations that True Parents, so of course, centering on True Parents, and then through Demonim's hard work, also centering on True Parents, all these foundations could be laid and also open up for us to really liberate and bless our ancestors, right? So we are truly grateful to Mother Demonim. So that's why she is called the Great Mother. Mother said, so all these things could open up, and then we can all, liberate and bless our ancestors. And really, the atmosphere started to change, right? In our own families, especially those who have liberated their ancestors. The path become easier because of these great foundations that was laid. Mother said, Demonim has been spiritually and physically healing such people. Not anyone can carry out the works. It is typical of fallen man to often change. You came upon the word, received the blessing, and became blessed families. Yet, your daily life hasn't always been hopeful, and you have been easily influenced by your environment as you still live in a fallen world. Daimonim, therefore, has been spiritually and physically healing such people, guiding them to possess a mature character, attain individual perfection, and establish ideal family. That is why she is a great mother. She has given her full material and moral support to guide fallen people to true parents. This is different from Jesus' time. In other words, true parents have emerged victorious, and that is why they can open a new page in history and a new era. So we are truly grateful to Daimonim. She could also come to the Philippines, I think 2 or 3 times, and directly we could attend her. Really, she is healing many people spiritually, and spiritually she have healed many people, helped them, guide them to have mature character and attain individual perfection and establish ideal families, right? So we are living in really in different time. We are really grateful until Mother Daimonim directly is guiding and healing people, centering on true parents, and then after her time directly, and then because of the foundation that was laid, and then also uh, I think in 2014 everything changed, and then centering on our beloved true mother, right? Already in true parents already directly, but still Daimonim and Hunjinnim working directly in the spiritual world continuously until this time, right? But in the physical world now, and even in Champyong now, directly with our beloved true mother now. Really, this is the grace, and because of a lot of foundations. So really, because of true parents' victory, and then with the support of our Mother Daimonim, right? Many brothers and sisters, especially in the past, many people are sick, and many were healed through Chongpyong works, through Daimonim's, and Hunjinnim continuous and tremendous work. Many were healed. So really, we are living in a different time. Mother's saying here. So that's why Mother Daimonim was called Great Mother. She has given her full material and moral support to guide fallen people to true parents. So she really guided, because sometimes we cannot see these spiritual difficulties that we have, that we are experiencing. We only realize when we go to Chongpyong, and then we listen from Mother Daimonim's words during those times. We really do not know all these things. So really, because of this, then we can now live better life. Aju. So we could understand, the spiritual, challenges and difficulties, not only physically. That's why really, through the victory of true parents, all these things could happen. And then with our Mother Daimonim, who received the mission from true parents, who have helped many brothers and sisters and healed them spiritually and helped them to really live a better life. Aju, really very important for us to really understand that we are spiritual beings. Kaya minsan yung mga difficulties natin, this is not only physically. All these things, even the wars happening now, this is not only just, because of, conflicts and, physically, but always we have to consider the, spiritual side. So since we know the divine principles, we know through parents, and then with the guidance, also of Daimonim in her words, many, especially those who could, visit Chongpyong all the time before, and then we could really understand more deeply what is the cause of all these challenges and difficulties, not only physically, but also spiritually. That's why we have to absolutely liberate mga ancestors natin. Mother said here, the training center is a place that helps you attain a mature spirit. Regardless of where you are, pay frequent visits to check the state of your spirituality and health so that you can grow even more. The training center is a place that helps you attain a mature spirit self. It is a place where you can liberate your ancestors and one that helps you follow the way of God's will in a healthy state. So, kahit tayo rin, why it's good then, to have some experience, being in the center. Kasi, in the center, we have clear, schedule. When you go to Chongpyong, you cannot just sleep there anytime you want. Right? There's a clear schedule. So kapag nasa center din tayo, we have a clear schedule. You are busy whole day. Right? Unlike in your own houses, in your homes. Sometimes if you're sleepy, you wanted to sleep, you just sleep. But if you're in the center, you cannot do that. When you're in Chongpyong, you're attending a seminar, your workshop, you have a very clear schedule. I remember we are bringing a lot of brothers and sisters doon. I think many IPLC students we brought there. Many, every year actually from, I don't know when we started, 2014 or 2015, 2016, we started to, bring a lot of IPLC students doon. Sometimes, not easy for everybody to follow the same schedule. Sometimes we can see and then we need to look for some brothers and sisters because in Chongpyong, there is camera there and then sometimes they call us. Tinatawag kami ng Chongpyong kasi sabi nila one member is, in the room sleeping, ganyan, so we need to call them. So when you are in the training center, you have a very clear schedule. That's why, it really helps you a lot. Develop yourself, attain mature spirit self. Kaya minsan din, we are sending sometimes, even mga blessed families, they are sending sometimes their children to stay certain period in the center, for training to help them. So it's very important. Mother is saying here, actually, not only pandemic, Mother said, you have to frequently visit Chongpyong and, also you have the opportunity to check your spirituality, your health, spiritual health. And then you can grow even more when you visit, often the training center because of the schedule doon na ginagawa, especially yung Chanyang na doon lang natin pwedeng gawin before, but now you can do already everywhere when you have schedule because of online. Truly amazing time now. Aju? So ibig sabihin, the key is, the schedule in the training center we have to keep. Kaya during the lecture the other day, if we can only keep, yung schedule, the prayer, the time we're doing, when we are in Chongpyong, we can actually grow, we can develop, even just in our nation, in our own homes. If we just follow the strict schedule, we pray continuously, right? We have a clear schedule, then we can really grow, we can develop. Really amazing. Now we will going to have Chonchimwon in our nation. 41 areas actually. Amazing. Grace and blessing. Like we don't need to go to Chongpyong, right? We can do in our nation, especially during this time that really we cannot go there. True parents have given us the opportunity. Truly, this is amazing grace. We need to take advantage of it. After we can settle yung Chonchimon natin, please go often. Yung mga malapit sa mga centers, you can go often and pray doon and offer conditions in Chonchimon. Aju, then we can grow, we can develop, we can really become the person Heavenly Parent wanted us to become. Mother said, only when this is done will the dark spirit world become brighter. The spirit world, which had been dark until now, is brightening up thanks to the liberation of your ancestors, which is possible through the great works of and Daimonim. You must liberate all your ancestors. You must also guide and educate those to whom you witness to liberate their ancestors. Only when this is done will the dark spirit world become brighter. When you advance in unity with true parents, the entire spirit world will be with you. This is what our Heavenly Parent and true parents are hoping for. It is also your present responsibility. So, before, the spiritual world is very dark, but now already, amazing things already have happened because of true parents, because of Daemonim's hard work also, right? And then, because we liberated already ancestors now, can you imagine? When we are doing ancestors liberation, we are, the MC is saying 500 billions of absolute good spirits. Can you imagine now the population on earth only 7.8 billion? Can you imagine now the absolute good spirits now who are working on earth? 500 billion. So maybe we can just see, how bright now the spiritual world, right? Actually now, the spirits are just with us. Now we are doing Hundoke. Our ancestors are with us. Those who have liberated your 430 generations, where are they? They are with you right at this very moment. They are with us, our ancestors. together with the 500 billion of absolute good spirits. That's why actually we don't need to worry about anything now. Because of the war also now going on between Ukraine and Russia. Actually, many people are so afraid this time. Anytime, anything. But because they don't know, they don't have knowledge about the spiritual world. And then how the spiritual world? Meron pa mga nagsisend ng message na maybe this will be the end of the world. It will never happen, right? Even the Bible have said, the world will remain forever. Can you imagine the work that Heavenly Parent have done for 6,000 years and then in just a click, the world will going to end? It will never happen, right? The spiritual world is lively working. True Father is working more than, anyone else. Billions of absolute good spirits, right? So the most important now is, we need to continue. Those who couldn't liberate their ancestors need to liberate our ancestors. And then not only us, sabi ni Father dito, Mother dito, you must also guide and educate those to whom you witness to liberate their ancestors. Kaya yung 430 couples din natin, kaya nga, even I myself, how can I'm thinking, I am selecting some people. I have one barangay captain who is really responding very well. I'm thinking, how can I help him liberate his ancestors? Not only that we bless them, right? Not only that we bless them, kala natin okay na yung physical lang, but not only that, how can we guide them, liberate their ancestors? Sabi ni Mother dito, you must also guide and educate those to whom you witness, yung mga na-witnessan natin. How can they liberate also their ancestors? We have to really find a way, and really this time, we really need to find a way and do our best to help them so that also they can become chonbo. Without liberating their ancestors, people cannot become, treasure of heaven. Only, blessing 430 couples and liberating our ancestors, this should come together. That's why as we educate people also externally, we need also to educate them also more internally until, liberating their ancestors. Only when this is done will the dark spirit world become brighter. So the more we liberate people, the more and more many people are liberating their ancestors, the more and more the spiritual world become brighter and brighter and brighter. Aju, that's why really we are living in that amazing time. We cannot imagine because we cannot see. Our spiritual senses are not yet open, so we can only see what's happening externally. But we cannot imagine the work that's happening now while we are sleeping, 24 hours in the spiritual world, centering on True Father. We cannot imagine the work that's going on now. That's why we shouldn't worry about anything. What we need to do now is just unite with True Mother, offer devotions, and continue to strive, fulfill our responsibility. The providence is, in its completion time, centering on True Mother. Let's really just, do our best. So that is what Heavenly Parent and True Parents are hoping for. It is also your present responsibility. So we liberate our ancestors and guide our spiritual children, those whom we witness also to liberate their ancestors. So we have to educate more deeply, not only externally, we have to educate them more, also to liberate their ancestors. Mother said, you should offer conditions and thus advance yourselves. So as we work toward opening the Chonel Book era, you must stand in the position of having fulfilled your respective responsibilities. You must become one with True Parents through the Spirit and truth, and through the three holy Chonel Book scriptures. You should be able to cultivate yourself according to the standard of absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. I am saying you should offer conditions. Just as Demonim did, you should offer conditions and thus advance yourself. So really, our conditions are very, very necessary, especially during this time. So soon we will be offering conditions centering in our region and in our nation, also to support, for the, peace in Russia and Ukraine. We will be offering conditions also, soon. So anyway, really many things are happening. Most important, we have to continue, offer conditions, and really advance to grow and develop ourselves. This is really what Mother is telling us, centering on True Parents. We need to become one with True Parents through Spirit and truth, and through the three holy Chonel Book scriptures. We need to really continue to read these books of True Parents. Actually, many times I could share already the contents of these books. In the beginnings of our morning devotions in the past, I could share many parts of these books, the Chon Song Yong, Changbumugyong, and also Pyonghwagyong. So we centering on true parents and these holy scriptures Mother is telling us. So therefore, Mother said, therefore, if you believe in accordance with the way true parents live, if you live in accordance with the way true parents live, you will automatically come to attend true parents. Therefore, if you live in accordance with the way true parents live, you will automatically come to attend true parents. Wherever true parents go, you will also be with them. You will not need anyone's help. From this perspective, you have the training center to guide you, since you still have no experience and have much to learn. From now on, your families must resolve their own situations through the programs at the training center. So anyway, that's why we have to really solve our problems individually, especially our family's problem. Mother said through the programs of training center. That's why mother's always telling us to come to Chongpyong. But now Chongpyong is like the one who come to our nation, to our respective areas. Parang may Chongpyong na doon because the center, which is the Chonchimwon, right, will be settled very soon in our respective areas. Really amazing. So talagang parang yung Chongpyong nandoon na yung area natin, yung center natin. So if you have some difficulties, you have some problems, that's why centers, maybe we have, pag may Chonchimwon na tayo, we need maybe to make some schedules of prayers continuously when we have this Chonchimwon. If members have some difficulties, if those families have some difficulties, they can just go there and offer, conditions. And, if you have some prayer programs of prayers and conditions in your centers, then any of those families who has some difficulty in their life, they can go to, to our centers and pray and offer conditions, and then follow if they have some prayer conditions done, they can just follow, and then we can resolve our problems. This is what Mother is saying, right? We are now in this era. We are now in this era. So even we cannot go to Chongpyong in Korea, but in our nation, we have already Chonchimwon. We can pray and then eventually solve all our problems. Aju, this is now the era where we are in. Truly amazing grace and blessing that true parents have given us. Aju, so we are really grateful to Demonim, to Hungjinnim, now Hyojinnim in the spiritual world. All the billions of absolute good spirits are working in the spiritual world with centering on True Father, who are working together, supporting us in the physical world. That's why we don't need to worry. Our only worry now is how can we fulfill our responsibility? How can I work harder and accomplish my task and accomplish my responsibility and support True Mother in this final time? Aju, Aju. So with this, let us really offer our gratitude once again to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. May Heavenly Parents' love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you very much, beloved brothers and sisters. Let's have a great day today. Kamsahamnida.
Yes, so thank you so much to our Dr. Reverend Leong Ilohalog for that wonderful message this morning. So once again, please give him a virtual round of applause, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. It's really true that when we are united with true parents, and the inter-spiritual world will work with us. So thank you so much to our national leader for a wonderful guidance. And now let's proceed to the reflections. Is anyone in the Zoom who wants to reflect? Meron po bang mag-reflection in the Zoom? Okay, so now to give us the reflection this morning, please welcome our brother Takuma Anen. Please give him a virtual round of applause.
So good morning, every parent to parents, and good morning, and the brother and the sisters and leaders. Oh, okay. So I will give reflections. So yeah, So actually, the thank you so much. So greatest lectures. So I was very impressed. So actually, the yeah the lecture was about t- true mothers. So I also I also thought about two mothers. So actually, the only begotten son came once in 2000 years in the time of Jesus. But the only begotten daughter came after 4,000 years. So it is also the time we are living in. So this is a miracle of miracles. So I think so it is the greatest of grace. So later, so our descendants can't meet the true parents, even if they want to. So I think so our responsibility is to convince the love we received from our two parents to our descendants. So people in the old days secretly wanted peace in their hearts. So they were living without even knowing what the true was. So actually, yeah, there must have been a lot of conflict. So however, so because of so many hesitation of two parents, so we know what is the truth. So it is the two parents who have clearly revealed the existence of heavenly parents, and it is two parents who have so revealed that peace can be achieved through heavenly parents. So this is very big. So we believe that the environment has been prepared by heaven. So we believe that it is our responsibility to accept the two parents as our so lily parents and learn for providence. Adieu.
Jew. Wow. So thank you so much, our brother Takuma, for sharing your heart. So once again, please give him a round of applause for the class of sisters, our brother Takuma. And there is one who volunteered to give reflection. Let's welcome from Kabanatuan Center. Let's welcome them, or let's welcome Kabanatuan Center to share.
So good morning, our leaders, brothers and sisters throughout the nation, the Philippines. So Mother said that once we are united with our true Mother, in heart, spirit, in harmony, we can be victorious and we can make a lot of miracles. It's really true. For example, in the family, many children, like for example, 10 children, very small children, and then the one who raised up the children is the father and the mother, and when the mother is out, so the children really are very lonely, and most of them are really cry and cry, the children. So like longing for the mother, because usually the children are very close to the mother. Yeah, the children stay inside the mother's womb for 9 months, and when the mother give them give birth one by one, the mother really likes them that. That's why very close to the mother, all the children. So the children really cannot do anything without absolute unity with their mother. And then when the children in the secular world, when the children really united with the mother, with the father, then they can really bring victory in their career. They will become very good engineer, teacher, nurse, doctor. Once they are united with the parents. So in our era now, through parents, really bring victory. No, really amazing. In the World Summit, February 11 to 13, we can see in our own naked eye that former president and also many presidents from different nations, Macky Sall, Hansen, and also Ban Ki-moon, Paolo White, really amazing. They are really absolutely want to support our true mother. They recognize the great victory of our true mother in a worldwide level. So our brothers and sisters now, when we are really united with our true mother, really amazing miracle. But the question now is how to be able to really align with the heart of our true mother. That's why true mother emphasized about the center, training center. That in the center is the training ground to really grow the spirit. There is ondoke, going to the front line, witnessing, fundraising, home group, ondoke in the barangay. So when the members really follow this artistically, align with the vision of our true mother, 30% of the population of the world should really come to know true parents, should really receive the blessing, and then they have to come to know the divine principle. Once we are really united with this vision of our true mother, artistically, with the special John song, then I really believe we can really win victory. Like in the secular world, when children united with the parents, all the direction of the parents, then the children can really become also victorious. At the same time, in the same manner, this time, if all the children, to parents, members really absolutely united with our true mother, not following our mind, but following the mind of our true mother, really, we can really become victorious in our mission. So that's but we need to really develop artistic relationship with our true mother, developing our life of faith, and also and at the same time develop our loving heart to God and also to our true parents. This is one way to establish one heart with our true mother. Yeah, because not so easy to really maintain absolute alignment with our true mother. Need special John song, and also They study once again the divine principle. But nowadays, I observe that many challenges now in our members around the world. The challenges of the technology. Many members now they're really influenced by the technology, going to different roles. That's why many confusion. Yeah, unlike before, when I was early age in the church, I only hold the Bible principle day and night, and hold items before I sleep. I already write where I'm going to go the next day fundraising. And the mind is reaching how much goal I need to really fulfill and what place I'm going to go. Only this. I carry only the Bible principle. When I travel, going to the area, reading divine principle. Wow. So I observe that this is the part of life of faith, laying foundation of faith. But not enough. After reaching fundraising every day, witnessing. And then this is also part of laying foundation of faith. Yeah. And then I realized that this is formation, laying foundation of faith. And then in the growth stage is witnessing, making spiritual children. Yeah. So once we really love this formal course, is the formation, fundraising, witnessing, no, yeah, and then in the growth stage you will have many spiritual children, and then finally on the top of the growth stage you will receive the blessing, and then. But if the formation and also growth stage struggling, like fundraising, struggling, witnessing, struggling, then you receive the blessing. When you start family, it's also struggling problem because in the formation, in the growth stage, in the training already struggling. That's why when you receive the blessing, you start family, continuous struggling, and then fighting, continuous fighting. Because lack of training in the formation, in the growth stage. Very important. But if the training in the formation in the growth stage is really complete training, and then receive the blessing on the top of the growth stage, and then continue to grow, the model is two parents continue to grow and become learn about HTM, and then becoming a chombo. They will become very happy, and in the completion stage, growing together with children and also with a wife, and then accomplish also the 4 great wings of art and 3 great issues. Perfect dish. Wow, amazing. No, amazing. That's why the divine principle is really absolute complete. But we need to really study hard. Study hard. But this time I really observed that so many disturbances now in our members. We need to really overcome this. Don't hold so much cell phone. We need to hold cell phone only when we communicate to brothers and sisters. Sending message to the members. Yeah. This is my observation. Okay, so that's all my reflection. We need to really absolutely unite with our true mother, our true parents, to our leader. That's all my reflection. Thank you very much for this my reflection.
Yes, thank you very much, our Kuya Wensi, for wonderful reflection. And we have one reflection last reflection, please welcome one of our staff in HJYLT. Without further ado, our brother Jerome Rabino. Please give him a virtual round of applause. Good morning, parents. Good morning to all our leaders, elders, brothers, and sisters. Good morning. Sa narinig po ba? Okay po. Sorry, we'll continue na po. Actually, I'm so inspired this morning. The lecture that was given by our national leader, Sir Deo Halog, how it really reminds me of my life ever since I joined the movement. Because from time to time, especially this in myself, I can honestly say that for not really long, staying here long, compared to the elders, but ever since I do full time until now, the inspiration that I have before, I can say that it's not really that high, compared this time. But I always reminded myself how I really grew up. If I become like this, is that really the IPLC wants for me? Our true parents wants for me, especially our heavenly parent wants for me. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm outside because this is the place, right spot where I have a strong signal. Right now I'm in IPLC, so we will be having a workshop. So yeah, I don't want to regret my past, everything that will happen in the future if I will not do my responsibility this time. Actually, mahirap talaga kasi I don't know why, maybe my ancestors, this is my restoration, how I could really overcome. But I'm truly thankful to myself that I've gotten this far and I will move forward more and more, because of the guidance of all my leaders before up until this time. They are the ones who also guide me, my spiritual mother and everyone around me. They are the ones who build us up, up until this time. But most especially our everyday guidance from our true parents. This is the thing that could truly guide us to where we are now. So while listening to our national leaders and national leaders RLA lecture this morning, guidance, it really reminds me of my time during my ILTP mission 1 year in IPLC. That's the time that I can see that I could really go to the peak of my life where I could really high, highly inspired, to do mission. Yeah, we've been to Chongpyong. We see how we can really feel the spirit world there. That's why we really set our determination to really never give up, continue more even after our study in IPLC. So that's my determination actually. So that's why sometimes I don't know if I'm truly happy after graduation because I worked, but I still connected, to the movement. I worked for 1 year as an English teacher in Pines Academy, and those times, uh, I also cherish those times that somehow actually really guide the second generation and third generation while teaching English to them, in those Korean and Japanese. But most of the time I feel alone because yeah, still they are foreigners. I'm a Filipino. Can't really connect my heart to them. So I have to do something, no, to maintain my spiritual life. That's why I set my determination how I can continue, no, to serve our true parents, no, without thinking many negative things. No. That's why I set my heart to get much. No. So maybe I could really guide myself again, no, to go back to our true parents. That's after that. Yeah, I become part of YLT, HG YLT International, become staff here, and that's the time that I can really prepare more myself, in the future to receive my blessing. So this time, yeah, honestly, my heart is still full of excitement, pressure, fear, anything, no, feelings. Because this time, the blessing is near, and we are one of the blessing candidates this April. So I really want to develop my internal self first, no, before any extra preparation. Yeah, I'm really thankful also for those guidance during our blessing seminar. So all I can say this time is, yeah, to never give up, everyone, brothers and sisters, because our leaders are really working hard. No? That's also my realization before, that whenever I feel struggle, no, I always think of my brothers and sisters who also doing mission, my leaders, and especially our true friends who already paved the way for us, for each and every one of us, brothers and sisters. So, I hope that we could truly continue, no matter what circumstance may come. Sometimes the negativity that we are thinking many things, especially in our movement, is it really going to grow or like that? No. But we always remember your first motivation, brothers and sisters, everyone. So sorry, very noisy outside. So thank you so much, and have a nice day, everyone. Thank you. Yes, so thank you so much for sharing your heart, Mr. Jerome Rabino. So thank you so much for your hard work. And brothers and sisters, we don't have a news and announcement. And now let's proceed to the closing prayer. For the closing prayer, may I call our one of the staff of HJYLT, our brother Omar Ornel.
Okay, let us pray. Please join my prayer. Morning, our dear beloved Heavenly Parent, victorious parents, heaven, earth, humankind. First and foremost, we'd like to say thank you, Heavenly Parents, for this national morning devotion to be given by our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Hado for entire support that he really, Heavenly Parents, support for the Providence. And thank you, Heavenly Parents, for the people who are, especially in our local place, Heavenly Parents, that our Chonbo families, blessed families, brothers and sisters, they are really doing well, Heavenly Parents, for the advancement of the province, Heavenly Parents. And thank you so much, Heavenly Parents, for our true mother, for really taking care of us, Heavenly Parents, that no matter what happened, we will tire, Heavenly Parents, but we never think about that, Heavenly Parents. We think about how we could Heavenly Parents support and to comfort our Heavenly Parents' heart, and we are thankful, Heavenly Parents, for the uh, YLT family and affiliated organization, LTPI and IAYSP, Heavenly Parents, for the supporting and for the supporting of all activities in FFWPU's, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much to especially to the leaders, Sir Leo Anghalog, and to our Dr. Kitel, and to our Dr. Julius Manikden, and to our director, Sir Ronnie Sidusta, and all the president of the organization of the parents, and all the VFD families and VFD department of the parents. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents, for the love and care, most especially your words, Heavenly Parents, that we could share to other people, that we could embrace other people, Heavenly Parents, through your words, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much for the, most especially that we have now your IPLC and all the foundation that you read, Heavenly Parents, that now we are harvesting that for the future and most especially for the future generation of parents. And thank you so much, Heavenly Parents, for all the blessing that we have, Heavenly Parents, and as part of this movement, Heavenly Parents, family, Heavenly Parents, we will offer our life to you, that no matter what happened, Heavenly Parents, that we will stay with you, that we contribute, especially for this second 7 years course of our true mother, Heavenly Parents. Please take care of our beloved true mother for her good health, and even she are really getting all the Heavenly Parents, but still she is trying, Heavenly Parents, to send your words, to convey your words, Heavenly Parents, for us to remind in ourselves, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents. This I pray we have our leaders, brothers and sisters, with humility and gratitude. Adieu.
Aju. So thank you so much, our brother Omar. And now let's offer our individual prayer. See, Jack. Aju, Aju, Aju. Let us offer our morning greetings to our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning, heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning to our national leader, our leaders, brothers and sisters. Good morning. So once again, thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for joining our Honduke today. So have a great day, everyone. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Morning po.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much.
Blessed morning, everyone.